utilizing the Easy Guide 500 with serial connect and variable rate, driving the Rawson planter drives. So if you think about Rawson and what they've done in helping provide positive hydraulic drives to planters, they have customers all across the Corn Belt. They have a lot of customers that have used their drives to just maybe not even vary the rate, but have a positive drive to eliminate ground slippage or be able to just have a solid control on that. And now we've got the opportunity to make that connection between the Easy Guide 500 and that Rawson drive and be able to take rates higher and lower. And as simple as that is, it's big news. We have customers in Nebraska that own Rawson drives, and they own Easy Guide 500s. So the variable rate connectivity at $750. With those controllers, I think the one thing to consider is we do have Easy Boom as part of our lineup. And earlier this morning we talked about its control. Easy Boom obviously does overlap detection and shuts off individual sections. And as Rob pointed out, it also can be rate control. And again, that's one of those little known facts about that particular product. Mainly because just by looking at it, you get a pretty good idea that there's a bunch of switches and you're controlling a lot of sections. It isn't completely obvious that it does rate control. But I think the beauty is with the 500, right, the rate control. And we'll just compare and contrast a little bit. You got a line here on a conventional rate controller, and it all makes good sense, right? But it's pretty, digital looking. It's pretty narrow. You come back and you look and consider the menu structure on the 500, a lot more screen real estate. Setting up a controller here, in fact, is a little bit faster because of the menu and options, the way that information is presented. So the combination of the two, the Easy Guide 500 and the Easy Boom, allow you to do rate control as well. We've also worked with the Raven controllers because we know there's a lot of Raven controllers in the marketplace. D&E is our business partner in Argentina and into South America overall, and they have a particular controller that we've interfaced with. We've done quite a bit of work here with Microtrack just on the anhydrous systems. And I know there's lots of interest in Western Canada on the Microtrack systems for doing anhydrous and anhydrous control. So there's a number of systems that we've worked with. And again, this list here, of course, is dynamic. More controllers supported in the future releases, and a lot of work to be done there as well. Again, this is market pull, right? Show me what you got and where do we want to go, and we can help with that. So any questions on control? We can talk a little bit briefly here about Easy Boom and the 500 and how that connects into the True Count air clutches. Because I think one of the things that we've certainly shown and demonstrated here in the exhibit area is that you can use the Easy Guide 500, the overlap detection with Easy Boom to control the True Count clutches. And that's something we had some work we did last spring with to make sure we could make that work. They have a special kit for that connectivity in the Easy Boom. But again, I think there's another opportunity or another message that says if you were thinking about air clutches, right, because a lot of guys are, and you already have the 500, you're just that much closer to getting there. The Easy Boom system, from an Easy Boom perspective, is about $2,000 to get the connectivity into the air clutch systems. So it takes the 500 plus the Easy Boom and a standard True Count clutch system, and you have the opportunity to run that overlap detection.
And how many sections are you able to control?
We can control up to 10 sections with the Easy Boom system. And that's a little bit different than the Field Manager display or FMX, where they can go up to 24. Right? So if you think through that, there's a little bit more software intelligence, a little more connectivity through the FMX. The 500 and Easy Boom is limited to those 10 sections. And I think the other thing that is probably worth pointing out is that obviously you can have more than one row tied into that section, and very easily demonstrated out in the show area where it's pneumatics and splices, and so very mechanically you can just add these things together. So it's not as big a trick, let's say, from a mechanical standpoint as one might think. There's clutches on each row, but they're controlled in as a section. So you might have 4 rows as a section, or you may have 2 rows as a section. But you can work through that and figure out what's best for your operation. The other thing that's kind of neat is TrueCount has put together essentially kits for planters. They know if you've got a 16-row planter, you may be controlling 8, maybe be doing 4, you might be doing a number of different sections on those planters, and they basically built those kits. And when you present that to a customer, you're going to control 2 rows, you're going to control them individually. The mentality quickly gets more is better. So show me how I can pair these up in 2s and run with that. So again, there's lots of opportunity to have the overlap detection capabilities, the 500 connect right into TrueCount.